Yo, what's good, everybody? Bro, today I just got a crazy ass story of like my time at a club the other day, gang. You know, I'm not even a club going type of motherfucker, right? I really just be doing my own thing, chilling and shit, right? But now and again, you know, sometimes you gotta pop out on these hoes and shit, gang. It was actually my buddy's birthday, right? He wanted to celebrate at the club and shit, link up with the boys, do his thing and everything. And you know, I'm a show off for my guy, right? Me and bro actually go way back. We actually worked at Superstore together. It was my first job, right? We was both in the produce section, gang, stacking up bananas and shit. Dope ass motherfucker, bro. I love this motherfucker for real, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, we don't really talk that much here and there. I don't really see bro. But whenever bro hits me up for the birthday party, I gotta pop out for him, you know what I'm saying? I gotta see my boy, gotta catch up with him real quick. Anyway, so it's a day of, right? Ready to move and shit. Bro calls me, says, yo, I'm gonna come grab you, picks me up. Boom, we go in the spa, we meet up with a Brody, right? And boom, now we downtown. We there. We get stamped in the club and then we hop out of there. We quickly go get some cactus. You know, it's me and it's like my buddies, right? So I don't really know nobody, but you know, I keep it chill in those situations and shit, right? It's like I'm just mind my business and shit, you know, and then we just gonna figure it out. You know, I feel pretty good in those types of situations. I don't be overthinking too much, and like, you know, I enjoy talking to motherfuckers, so I just be saying what up and shit whenever I kind of got my chance, right? Just trying to get to know motherfuckers, see what they all about. So it's me and all these other motherfuckers I don't even know, and my bro, right? You're doing your thing, get cactus, we just munch out real quick. We got the drinks going off, we got the Bellini out of the Bellini and shit, gang. We doing good, right? So we lose, I'm feeling good. There was some fine shit that walked right in the cactus, you know what I'm saying, bro? But like, right at the beginning of the night, you know how like you gotta really warm up to shit, bro? I was like, that's some fine shit, but I was like, I can't do nothing with it, gang. You know what I'm saying? I was still like in my head about shit. I'm like, yo, fuck this, gang, right? So in like totality, gang, you know, just looking back on the whole night, I still regret not talking that fine shit, gang, because I ain't seen nothing finer, gang. All night, I ain't seen nothing finer. I let the finest shit get away. I ain't even try with it, gang. So that's just on me. That's just in the back of my head, gang. But let's forget about that for now. So after we done eating, right, make our way back to the club. We get inside. We doing good. We get in, and then right away, my buddy's friend, tall ass motherfucker, bro. This bro could probably go to the league and shit, but this guy was so fucking tall. Right away, bro gets straight drafted by some shorty and shit, right? She starts chatting him up. Bro's got a girl too, so he's kind of like, you know, he trying to juggle the situation and shit. He looking at us for help, but I'm over here like, I'm loving it. This shit was hilarious to me, right? She was actually pretty funny. Bro was like hella uncomfortable and shit. Shorty was already lit, bro. Shorty was all up in his face and shit. This, that, I don't know what they were saying, but like it was fucking funny, gang. He gets out of that. He's talking about, bro, man, she wasn't it. This, that. She just yapping and shit. Finally got out of there. I was looking for you motherfuckers to help me and shit, but you know, it is what it is. After that, I go, right, I sit down, you know, we're all just kind of like on the side and shit, and you know, in the mood not really there right now, you know what I'm saying, but like we just got there, let's see what's going on. So I see my buddy's sister, right, she's sitting across from me. I say what up to her and shit, right, and I had to ask her, right, because the group of 6 or 7 that I came with, there was one shorty that was clearly with, you know, one of the bros, but then there was one shorty that was kind of by herself and shit. I didn't really know her. I didn't know what her scenes with her was, right? She wasn't really talking, nothing like that, but she was some cute shit, right? So I asked bro's sister, I'm like, yo, what's her deal? What's going on with her and shit, right? She's like, you know, I think she chilling, right? I don't really know her either, but she not related to nobody, you know what I'm saying? Like, go shoot your shit, gang. I'm like, she gave me the green light. I'm like, fuck it, let's go, right? So I'm still kind of like in my head about shit, right? But I'm like, fuck it, let me just start chatting her up, right? Like, she's seen me. We literally just had dinner together and shit. You know, it's gonna be easy. Let me just introduce myself. Let me, you know, just start off light with it, right? So I pull up to shorty. I sit next to her and shit. And then I'm like, you know what I'm saying, you know, some small talk shit. And then, you know, I'm asking for her name and everything. But, bro, she giving me the cold shoulder, bro. You know what I mean? Like, she not even, like, feeling me, bro. And then right at that moment, bro, everything, like, switched in my head, bro. I'm like, yo, she gonna play me like this, gang? She not even that bad. Gang, I'm like, what the fuck we doing? She introduced herself. She said her name and shit. I caught the vibe. I'm like, she not really going. So I just got the fuck up and left, gang. Right there, I left. Right? I left the whole group. You know what I'm saying? You gotta remember, I don't really know nobody. You know what I'm saying? I know my bro, but like out of everybody else, you know, I don't really care to like really try to kind of fit in and shit. I'm like, I'm at a club right now. I'm not usually at the club. We got some fine shit everywhere. I gotta go shoot, gang. You know what I'm saying? I'm at a shooting range right now. That's how I'm treating the situation, right? I gotta start putting shots up in the gym. That's what I'm thinking, you know what I mean? So right in that moment, I'm glad that shorty was being cold as fuck, you know what I'm saying? Plus, like, when she was talking, gang, like, if we talking energy level, bro, like she just has some like negative energy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it didn't feel good to me. So I had to get the fuck out of there, bro. Boom, get out of there, bro. And I just go on a run, bro. Crazy run. So I'm just gonna go into all the different fucking situations I had throughout the night, gang. So, you know, I kind of go upstairs. Club kind of has like 2 floors in the dance floor, like in the middle, right? We got stairs going down, stairs going up and shit. So I kind of go upstairs, right, on my lonely and shit, you know what I'm saying? Still kind of just chilling. Nothing really hitting me right now. Not really buzz. It's whatever, right? See one little cute little shit, right? Pull up to her. Shorty named Jordan, right? Introduce myself. I'm sorry. I don't even remember what I say, bro. But like, it's going well. Like, I'm like, it's going good. Shorty was a little smarty, bro. She had, I think, just finished first year med school, right? She was doing her thing and shit. And then as she was talking to me, I started like clocking her a little better. And I'm like, all right, she not that downs, right? Just be honest and shit. I just clocked that real quick. I'm like, it's alright, right? But then she chatted me up a little bit too. I think she on my body a little bit. She's like, hey, let's, I'll get around the shots. You get around the shots. I'm like, fuck it, let's do it, gang. Fuck it, let's do it, right? So boom, she got the first round, and then I got a second round, right? Bro, when I got the second round, she's talking about, bro, I know the guy making the shot, the bartender. She's like, I know the bartender. You know, my friend was kind of linking with him and shit, blah, blah. She's saying this shit. And then we got the friend pulled up too that knew the bartender or was dating the bartender or some shit, right? So then as we're there, Jordan's friend telling me to tip 22% for this motherfucker, gang. You know, if I was on my lonely rate, I wasn't gonna tip the bartender shit, gang. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Then my check, gang. I ain't trying to give you none. Drink itself was like fucking $13 in itself, bro. I ain't trying to give you none, gang. But now I got that shorties around me, and she literally telling me she like tip 22%, gang. I was already, I'm like, fuck it, gang. Let me just do this one time. It's not like I'm gonna tip every single time. Like, fuck it, I just did it, right? And then I told her, I'm like, bro, this only for Jordan, gang. You know what I'm saying? I'm only doing this for Jordan, bitch. Not for you, right? And not for this fucking bartender, that motherfucker, gang. After that, I told Shorty, I tried to piece it, right? Because one thing I've been trying to work on too is kind of getting out of there. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I feel like if she on your body a little too much and you not really feeling it, sometimes I feel like it's hard for a motherfucker to like find a way out. You know what I'm saying? So I was practicing that last night too. And I feel like I did pretty good. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling her, I'm like, hey, it was nice talking to you. You know, I'll see you around or some shit. I don't know what the fuck I said. But as I said that shit, gang, Shorty's like, hey, you want to make out real quick? I'm like, bruh, what the fuck? And I'm like, all right, gang, fuck it, right? Bro, so now we on the wall and shit. We making out and shit. And gang, Shorty could not kiss, bro. It was low-key a bad scene, brody. I don't even know what she was doing with her lips, bro, but they were like not matching my lips, bro. Like it was some weird shit. But I'm just going with it. I'm like, yo, fuck it, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Shorty really out here kissing motherfuckers and shit. So I'm like, let it be. I'm trying to give her a good time, gang. I'm trying to give her a good time. And then, you know, she wrapped it up on her own terms and shit. I'm like, all right, peace. They got the fuck out of there, gang. So we was already like, we was on a high right out the gate. So I'm like, fuck it, we gotta keep it going, bro. I saw this one little Asian shorty, right? She was some fine shit. But like, I wasn't really trying to do nothing with it. I just wanted to like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to talk to motherfuckers and shit, really be out there, right? So I just pull up on her. I'm like, hey, what's going on? How you doing? How's your night going and shit, right? She like, blah, 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 blah. And then I'm like, yo, what kind of Asian are you, gay? You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know if that was a smart thing to say, but at the same time, it's like, you can't be like doubting yourself too much, right? So I just fucking said it, bro. Cause I'm like, you know, you Vietnamese, you fucking this, that, you Chinese, you Japanese, what you doing, gang? Bro, I think she said something like Hong Kongese or some shit, bro. No cap. I think she said Hong Kongese or some shit, bro. So then she's like, I'm like, what? She's like, I'm from Hong Kong, right? Bro, I don't know my geography like that, bro. Isn't Hong Kong in China? You know what I'm saying? So she not Chinese or some shit. But you know, if I'm correct on this, I feel like Hong Kong, they trying to be like independent or some shit, right? Am I tripping about that? I don't know, bro. I said that though. Bro, I told her, I'm like, oh, you motherfuckers want to be like independent. That's what you Hong Kong is. She starts laughing at me, gang. I was like, I fucked up. So in that moment, I just told her, I'm like, hey, you really beautiful, gang. It's nice talking to you. Let me get the fuck out of here, gang. Bro, another time, right, I found some fine shit. She just sitting on the side, right? She was like on one side of the wall, and then on the other side was some tables and like a group of guys there, right? I kind of sit next to Shorty, right? Like with a little bit distance, not directly. I kind of look at the guys. I'm like, yo, like, you know this, you with her or some shit? They're like, nah, right? They give me the sign, it's all good. I'm like, all right. So then boom, I slide on some, hey, what's up? Hello, tight shit, you know what I'm saying? And we doing good. She kind of bubbly and shit. I'm liking a vibe, right? So she tell me her name's Selena. I tell her my name, right? I'm like, you know, it's a little ethnic and shit. Cause I thought Shorty was a white girl, right? And then we talking a bit more. I don't know what it was, but I think she gave me a sign or like an indication that she might be brown. right? So then I ask her, I'm like, hey, what's your last name? She's like, Sagu. I'm like, oh shit, she part of the clan. Then I get gas, right? Now we talking a bit more. I'm like, I'm feeling this now. I'm feeling good about it, right? Then out of nowhere, Brody, white boy straight pulls up next to her, and she over there straight tossing her head on bro's shoulder, gang. I'm like, what? I like zoned out for a second, right? Because I'm like, what the fuck's going on, right? So I think I kind of like, I'm zoned out. And I'm like, fuck, they're really trying to play me like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't know who I am, bro. So then she there, I just turned back to her, I tap her on the shoulder. I'm like, hey, are you cuffed, Selena? She like, nah. I'm like, can I have your number? She like, I'm sorry, no. I'm like, all right, that's all I needed to hear. It was nice talking to you. Have a good day. Got the fuck out of there, gang. That one kind of hurt though, because I was some fine shit, right? And I wanted that one a little bit. But it shit happens, gang. You gotta take the shots, and you gotta live with the consequences of the shots, gang. Fuck that white boy though, gang. Like he trying to be some Superman, Spider-Man, say the shorty on some Superman, Spider-Man shit, gang. Straight ruin the mood, bro. I ain't scared of no white boy, man. Fuck, bro. That shit just pissed me off in general, bro. There was this other fine ass brown shorty, gang. Dang. Straight, pulled up on shorty and shit. But she right away, just from the energy I knew, but she wasn't vibing it. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of like, I'm like, all right, you very beautiful. Have a nice day. Dipped out of there, gang. That one kind of hurt too, because that was some super bad shit too. Gang. Fuck, bro. So many baddies out here, bro. I was like, what the fuck? Then there was this other Asian shorty, right? She was just chilling by herself, and I just pulled a chair up by her, sat down. One of my texts, bro, something I figured out on this day was like, I'm gonna pull the chair up right next to shorty, and I'm gonna sit there, but I'm gonna act like I don't even know she there, bro. So like for like a good 10 seconds, I'm just there looking around obliviously, like I'm just minding my business and shit, right? But she already clocked that I'm there. She clocked that I'm there for a reason, right? But I'm just playing it off on some dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just part of the game, right? And then out of nowhere, I just like acknowledge her. I'm like, oh hey, how you doing? What's going on, gang? That's free game, gang. That's free game. I did that so many fucking times, bro. But it was pretty solid, bro. That kind of worked. But I just started talking to this one shorty, right? And that was like a regular conversation though. Like there was nothing interesting about it, but it was good. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like you really gotta mix it up in these types of situations, right? Like you got some fine shit. You really gotta shoot for that shit, right? Then there's some safe shit. Sometimes you just gotta get the layup real quick, right? Sometimes you just gonna pull up to the shorty. Maybe you just gonna say, hey, you're very beautiful. Have a nice day, right? Just to kind of like keep the juices flowing. Sometimes you don't pull up on a man dem and shit, gang. You know what I'm saying? So like I was kind of doing a little bit of everything, just to keep all the vibes going, and just enjoying myself, enjoying the time and shit, talking to motherfuckers and shit, right? Like I said, bro, I was just in there practicing, just shooting my shot and everything, bro. So, and like I said, I don't really do that often, so I feel like, I don't know, it was a good experience to kind of really, see what I could do, see what's going on, see how these motherfuckers react to what I say, and all that type of shit, gang. But there was some more fine shit, some white girl, gang, right? So she was sitting with her friends and everything. I kind of pull up, saying chair tactic, and I just randomly sit next to shorty, right? And then now we talking and everything, right? And I think we got to the point where I think she was telling me that she was studying education. She wanted to be a kindergarten teacher, right? I'm like, oh shit. Then I tap her, right? I'm like, hey, can I tell you a story, right? And then that's another thing I kind of realized, bro, because I feel like sometimes as the guy approaching a girl, it's like you never know if they give a fuck, sometimes they just being polite. So sometimes I feel like whenever I was gonna say some shit or like extend the conversation past like, basic, small talk, I feel like I kind of like put it to a question to them, right? Whether it be like, hey, can I share this with you? Or like, hey, can I talk about X or whatever the fuck it was, right? Like in this situation, it was, hey, can I share a story, right? And then the story that I kind of shared with her was this whole situation with like, when I was in kindergarten, bro, I remember our teacher told us to like draw a self-portrait of yourself, right? I'm like a kid, right? So I think I was wearing like a plaid shirt that day. I like kind of drew my face. I don't know what the fuck I did. And I like a blue square, gray square, blue square, gray square, right? And she was pumped off that shit, gang. Like the teacher, she straight put me on a chair and she like held my drawing up. She was like, this is what I wanted from you guys. Because apparently all the other dumb motherfuckers, kindergarten motherfuckers, right? Dumb motherfuckers like just drew some random shit, gang. So she was like hyping me up. She was like, look, this is what I wanted. He did really good, blah, blah, blah. So that was a whole experience that like, you don't forget that shit, right? That shit's still with me, gang, all these years later. So I kind of just told her that story. I'm like, hey, this might be the power that you may have one day, gang. And I don't know how she took it. I think it was well and shit, right? But then from there, I asked for the number and shit. I don't think that was a good play, just, like looking back on it, because we ain't really say much. I kind of just like dropped a random story on shorty and then I asked for the number, right? But she's like, nah, you can have the IG though. I'm like, fuck it, I'll take it, gang. I'll take something, gang. I'm leaving with some, gang. She was a cute little shorty too, bro. Bro, I was just there gassing motherfuckers up too, bro. Like, there was this one kind of like, I don't know, it's weird, but like, he was a cute little guy, gang. Like, he was a little chubby, little cute little motherfucker, right? And then like, he was just talking to like some shorty, right? Like, he doing his thing too. I was like, damn, I respect it, right? But like, I pulled up on them, I dapped bro up, and I was on some like, yo, thanks for donating your kidney to my cousin or something. You know the story and shit, gang. So I start saying that shit. I turn to the shorty. I'm like, hey, bro, this guy donated his kidney to my cousin and shit. She's like, oh yeah, really? Ah, I'm gonna hear she do that shit. And then I'm just dapping bro up. Bro was fucking cheesing and shit. He laughing, right? Then I told him, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get that 10K back to you, gang. You know, I appreciate you letting me hold that real quick. I'm gonna get it back to you, bro. And I just left, bro. That shit was funny, bro. Bro, whole other scene, right? So I'm just doing my rounds. I'm walking around, right? And then I pull up to just a random area. I think it was like near the bar, right? A random guy. I think I said hi to him or some shit, like something like to get the conversation started. And then he was like, yo, you and me are both fucked. I'm like, hold the fuck on, gang. I'm chilling, brody. I'm good. You a little bit twisted, bro. So I asked him, bro, you want some water and shit? You doing all right? He's stumbling around and shit. And this shit kind of reminded me of my own, you know, my past a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, it takes, you gotta go through this type of phase, gang, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of lessons to be learned in this, like, partying, alcohol type of scene, gang. You know what I mean? So, like, I really felt for bro. And I'm like, he by himself, like, where the bros at? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I felt bad. I didn't want to, like, you know, do some dumb shit and shit, right? You know, been there, done that. So I got some water and everything, right? Right when he downed the water, he's like, I gotta go. He darts for the door, bro. I'm like, fuck, I know what's about to happen, right? So I chased the bro out the door with another glass of water. He's walking. Yaks, bro, on himself. Everybody like that was in the line to get into the club saw him. They're laughing and shit. And then he tripping up, right? And then I go up to him and shit. I'm like, you good, bro? You good? He gets the water. He's over here stressing about everybody laughing at him. He's like, bro, did anybody see me? Did anybody see me? I'm like, first off, that's a dumbass question, bro. You know what I mean? Everybody saw you, gang. But I'm just like, nah, you good, bro. You good, bro. He used the water. He didn't even drink the water, bro. He used the water to clean the yak off his pants, bro. I was like, fuck. And then he's tripping out. He's like, yo, I gotta get back in. I'm like, don't worry, just shut the fuck up. I'll get you back in. We get into the line for the motherfuckers that have been stamped and have already like paid to get in. We in that line. Whole other scene open on this side, bro. So we get in line. We got some white shorty getting mad at us. She's like, hey, like, you're cutting ahead of us. I'm like, that's all good, bro. Fucking take it. Go get ahead of us, gang. It's okay. Along with that, we got Brody on the other side. We just gonna call bro Connor, gang. He looked like a Connor, bro. You know what I'm saying? Connor was like on a hella chill vibe, bro. He was like, hey, guys, you guys want to get ahead of us? It's all good, bro. It's all good. I'm like, what the fuck? You sweet ass motherfucker. What's the fuck, right? So I'm chilling with Connor. I'm chopping up with Connor and shit. Connor was trying to slide on the other white girl that was kind of mad at us for getting in line and shit, right? So then I started doing the same shit. I started like, oh, he donated a kidney. He this money. He fucking thanks for the car. Yo, some dumb shit. Connor kind of hyping me up too. I don't know. He just doing his thing. And then the shorties get in, right? We still in line. They get in. And we just laugh about it, bro. Fuck. Connor a real one, gang. I fuck with that guy. But now I got the cup in my hand with the water that I gave, bro, right? And we're in line now, bro. The bouncer sees the cup. He's like, you can't take cups outside. Takes the cup from me and goes back in. I turned to Connor and shit. I'm like, bro, fucking, I'm just trying to help a guy out and shit. I think the bouncer overheard that, right? So the bouncer comes back to me. He's like, what you say? I was like, bro, I'm just trying to help my friend. You know, he just wanted some water and shit, right? Then the bouncer turns to the other bouncer and shit, right? And then I clocked in my head. I'm like, fuck, they gonna get chapped. That bro's a little messy right now. And they might not let him in, gang. So I'm like, I fucked the scene, bro. And then that's exactly what happened, bro. They kicked bro out of line. Bro's kind of like he's fighting the bouncer and shit. I told bro, I'm like, bro, give me a number to your bro. I'm gonna get your bro, right? He not listening to me. He trying to get in. He trying to talk to the bouncer and shit. I'm like, bro, you wasting my time right now, gang. Give me the number to your bro. I'll get your bro. I just want to make sure you good. He not listening to me, bro. And then the bouncer kind of gets in the way. He fucking shoves the other guy, gets him fucking out of there. I turn to the bouncer. I'm like, bro, can I go back in line? Can I get inside? He's like, get the fuck inside, bro. I'm like, fuck, bro. So I go back inside, and I didn't see bro after that, gang. So praying for bro. Hope he doing I don't even know what bro, his friends found him or not. Hopefully he doing good, man. Praying for my dog, bro. I felt bad for that whole scene, man. Well, there was this one random time where I saw a shorty that I matched with on Hinge, gang. You know what I'm saying? So like I did a quick double take and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? It's the same shorty. We talked for like a little bit and then I just ghosted her, gang. And so it's like nothing, you know what I mean? I didn't really feel nothing. But she was kind of, she was scams and shit, right? Like, she was doing good. So I saw her again. I'm like, okay, buddy, like, you do your thing, buddy, okay. But I didn't say nothing, right? But then, so that was like the initial time we saw each other. We kind of locked eyes for like a minute because I feel like we were both clocking, like analyzing, like, oh, fuck, this that one motherfucker, right? And then it was another time, like on the dance floor and shit, I saw her again. I like dapped her up and like held her hand a little bit, bro. I was trying to be like, I'm trying to give her like a little signal and shit. Held the hand for a little bit. And then, but that's it, though. I didn't really talk to her after that. Bro, talking about the dance floor, bro, randomly, bro, I saw a motherfucker from elementary school, the Brody from elementary school, gang. He was in the cut, gang. My boy Thomas, gang. Free my boy Thomas, gang. He was a real motherfucker too, gang. This guy was like one of the Brodies, like one of the besties in fucking elementary school, bro. Bro used to come over to the house. We used to do our like art project together, gang. And then after that, we'd go fucking shoot around in the backyard, bro. Like, he was a real Brody. We go watch movie together and shit, right? So I'm just in that one moment. I see, bro. I recognize, bro. And like, I'm just reminiscing and shit, right? So I'm like, oh, Thomas, what's good, bro? He didn't even recognize me, bro. But I understand, it's all good, right? And then, you know, I tell him, he's like, what the fuck? Blah, blah, we shooting our shit a little bit, right? I'm just telling him, bro, we decent in life now. I'm just telling him a little life recap. He giving his life recap. I'm like, fuck, bro, we made it out here, gang. We made the fuck out here, gang. That was dope. I just dapped Brody up. I'm like, gang, it's real love on my end, gang. You already need something, I got you, gang. He's like, right back at you, gang. And then that's it. That's all I saw from Thomas, gang. Real one, bro. That made my day. That made me a little bit emotional, bro. You know what I'm saying? You ever like meet a motherfucker from your past and like it was a whole different time, right? You gotta remember that we young, we innocent as fuck, right? Like the fucking biggest worry on our mind is like nothing, bro. I don't even like remember what we worry about back in the day. Nothing to worry about back in the day, right? So that was just like a moment of pure bliss back in the day, and like somebody I shared those moments with. You know what I mean? So it was dope, kind of seeing bro, being able to talk to bro, catch up on life a little bit, see what's going on with him and shit, right? Wishing him nothing but best, bro. But he a real motherfucker, gang. You know, I've been to this club before, you know, like Brody, you know, keeps a birthday party at the same club. And, you know, other years we usually dance a lot more. But I feel like I said, that whole friend group that I pulled up with, no one was really vibing today. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was a little bit just on the side today. So I didn't really dance that much either. But whenever I did hit the dance floor, you know, I'm just trying to do some dumb shit. You know, I'm just fucking around a little bit, right? But I don't think you can pick up nothing on the dance floor. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I learned the hard way. You know, shorties kind of like, they just trying to do their own thing, which I understand, right? I ain't trying to fuck up nobody's mood and shit either, right? Bro, but there was this one shorty, we danced a little bit, right? And then she like whispered in my ear. She's like, go get him to put on some sexy red or some shit, right? I'm like, what the fuck, gang, right? But I'm turned too. I'm like, feeling she a little cutie and shit, right? We was dancing a little bit together, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, fuck it, let me go, like, you know, try this shit. So right when I go to the DJ booth, bro, like, this motherfucker, like, straight was already mad at me, bro. I didn't even say nothing. He was mad at me for just fucking pulling up, bro. So I'm like, fuck you, gang. So I think I said it, like, I tried to say it, but he wasn't listening. I just left, gang. So I left that whole shit. Bro, there was some other fine shit, right? I saw her sitting with another shorty, right? So boom, chair trick again, gang. I just pull up a seat and I'm kind of like in the vicinity, but I'm not really paying attention to him and shit, right? And then shorty, I wanted to talk to, was bad as fuck. And then her friend was aights, right? Like, she was aights. And then her friend kind of leaves for a second. So I'm like, oh shit, the friend kind of holding it down, letting me slide or some shit, right? So boom, from my chair, I hop right beside shorty, start chopping it up, right? We talking. Turns out shorty a lesbian and that was her girl, gang. So I was like, oh shit, what the fuck? Because even in that moment, I kind of let her know, I'm like, you mind if I keep talking to you and shit, right? And she was like, yeah, it's good. Because again, bro, like, I don't want to like intrude on a motherfucker time and shit, right? So she was like, it's all good. And we started talking about shit. So I just started asking random questions and shit. I'm like, bro, like, who made the first move? How you know it? Blah, blah, blah. And shorty was saying like, yo, fuck, man, right? I'm like, damn, bro, they really don't fuck with us out here, gang. It's crazy, bro. Yeah, she was on some like fuck men shit, bro. I'm like, damn. Straight. I wonder, like, how bad does that dude gotta fuck with you to the point where you just gonna switch teams, gang? That's crazy. There was some fun shit though, man. Like, it was dope talking to him and everything. But yeah, then I just bounced out of there, right? There was nothing for me to do for real, bro. Every time I saw a sing, bro, like, I dapped him up. I was on some like singer, right? Like, I was saying that shit. And like a lot of the time, bro, that shit was like, those just jokes, right? Like, dap him up, we start chopping it up on a real level, like on like a brotherly level, right? Like, I remember I dapped one bro up, he was just chilling on the side. We start talking about like religion a little bit, right? And then, you know, it was just a good conversation, right? Other times I dap bros up and then we just like, you know, we on the dance floor or some shit, chop it up a little bit, and I just dip, right? Bro, there's one time I dapped a bro up, right? And bro, like, he was gay. He was low-key gay, bro. Like, No disrespect, no nothing, but like it was just kind of like, it took me back a little bit, bro. Full on sing too, bro. Then this whole other time, bro, like same situation. I died. I'm like, Singa, get down. What's up? What's going on, right? How you guys at night been so far? Blah blah, bro. I think they just thought I was like an Amelie some shit. Like they wasn't feeling me, gang. You know what I mean? And I can understand that energy of me just kind of like trying to be so, trying to say what up to you. You think I'm like rocked, gang. I was good all night, gang. You know what I'm saying? Like we've been in a game a minute, gang. You know what I'm saying? So like, plus look, I remember all this shit, bro. Like I wasn't tripping, bro. So that kind of hurt me, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I'm just trying to say what up to the bros, right? But then literally the whole group, it was like fucking few of them motherfuckers straight like turned on my ass. And was like, yo, get the fuck out of here, gang. I'm like, I just left, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's some bad energy right there, bro. I ain't trying to deal with that, bro. Right after that, bro, I saw some, like an Asian Brody. He was just sitting on the side with his group of friends and shit. I pulled up a chair. I'm like, bro, man. Told him the whole scene that just happened to me, bro. Right? I'm like, man, that shit kind of hurt me, bro. And then he just tries to give me some, like, real life advice and shit. He's just chopping it up with me on some life shit, bro. I'm like, damn, you a real one, Brody. Like we talk a little bit. I got bro's IG, you know what I'm saying? Like we just swapped IGs real quick too. That was a real ass bro though, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that really made me feel like, you know what I'm saying? Cause I feel like I valued like the things like just cause that's the culture and shit, right? Like I felt like, I don't know, I guess I like expected loyalty or like a friendly conversation out of it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's my fault on that level. But and then randomly with Asian Brody, right? Like now he turns out to be a dope ass motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you can't judge a book by the cover. I feel like I already learned that shit with the bros, you know, shout out to bros and shit. But that was just, you know, it was a good pick me up after a situation that kind of, you know, left a bad taste in my mouth, right? Bro, another time, right? Like I think there was some fine shit that kind of drew me to the scenario, but then I saw a Brody there and I just started talking to the Brody, right? And then I'm like, how's your night going? What's going on, bro? Bro, tell me some sad shit, bro. You know what he said? Bro's like, yo, you know, January, I was in a 4-year relationship with this shorty. We broke up January. It's been 4 months. Man, he met her that night at the spot, at the club, with another dude that was making out and shit, gang. I'm like, nah, bro. Right, I heard that shit. I told him, bro, let me get you a drink, gang. Let's get a fucking drink, gang. He gets up, he gassed this shit, right? And he's just telling me his shit. He's like, blah, blah. Yeah, fuck this shit. I thought we was locked in. I thought she was different. You know, he giving me the whole spiel, this shit, right? And then, you know, we've been there, we've done that too. We've been in that heartbreak situation too, gang. So I'm just spinning game to bro, right? I'm trying to give him advice and shit. Focus on yourself, gang. Right? Do your thing. I told him, I said some shit like, you know, you gonna become the guy that she always wanted or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just trying to gas him up, right? And then he's like, yeah, bro. He said, I see you again, bro. I'm gonna get you a drink, bro. I appreciate this, bro. He was gassed. He was happy. That interaction made my day too, bro, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can always rely on the bros. I guess not always, actually. You know, just understanding the last story I said. But, bro, the bros gonna get that energy to you, gang. You know, the shorties gonna keep rejecting you, gang. I got so many rejections, bro. But the bros helped me up, gang. The bros helped me up. Whole other time, like, randomly, I would just sit down with some bros and be like, man, I just keep getting rejected today, gang. Bro would be like, yo, me too, bro. And then we just start talking about that shit. Bro, I was sitting with a bro and some fine shit just walked by and I saw bro get rejected in real time. We're talking about getting rejected. Some fine shit comes by. He's like, hey, how you doing, shit? She's like, nah. Straight rejected, bro, in my face. I'm like, fuck, that's cold, bro. Bro, I saw a whole other motherfucker. I was taking a piss. I saw him, like, outside the washroom and shit. Bro was a fucking skyscraper, bro. That motherfucker was tall as fuck, bro. He's walking by. I dap him up. I'm like, bro, what's the height, gang? He's like, yo, 6'11", bro. I'm like, damn. That motherfucker probably like he probably gonna join the NBA Sun shit, gang. That guy, he gotta do something with that height, bro. Some other fine shit I try to talk with. Nice, beautiful, brown skin shorty, gang. I'm trying to chop it up with her. She with her friends and shit. I'm teasing with the friends too. I'm saying some fuck shit with the friends, right? But she rejected me. Ultimately, she rejected me and shit, gang. And, you know, I just told him, like, hey, you're very beautiful. I enjoyed the conversation. Hi, peace, bro. You know, at a certain point, bro, at the night, it was like, fuck, bro, like, hey, nothing going in, gang. I'm putting all the shots up, but nothing going in, gang. But it is what it is, gang. You know what I'm saying? Like, even all the bros, it was telling me, bro, some nights it be like that, gang. You just gotta keep going, gang. I'm like, I respect it, gang. I understand. And you remember the bro I was talking about that, you know, we entered the club with? He was really tall. He had a girl. And, you know, some shorty kind of drafted him and started talking to him right away. Bro, that same shorty started chomping it up with me, bro. I'm just at the bar trying to get another drink, or I'm doing my thing. And then she just pulls up. She's like, you're not going to get one for me? Like, on that shit, gang. I'm like, what? nah, bitch, I ain't get you shit, bitch. But I kept it player though, right? I'm like, nah, just fucking go mold the gully and shit, right? And now she's a little off it too, right? She's a little messy right now. But I'm kind of like, I'm just fucking around, gang. You know what I'm saying? I'm just talking to her and shit. And then, bro, she assaulted me, gang. Straight sexual assault, gang. We're just talking. I'm like being all whatever with her. And then out of nowhere, shorty like grabs my throat, fucking kisses me and fucking like bites my lip or some shit, gang. On some freaky shit, gang. I kind of like that shit though, gang. So she doing her thing. She really wants me to buy her this drink, bro. But I'm not about to buy her no drink, gang. Especially after she was talking to Brody. Like, I was in the same group when you first saw us, gang. You ain't pick me. You wanted the bros, gang. So do your thing, shorty. Bro, you know what pissed me off though, gang? Like I said, she was messy, bro. So right when I got my drink, right when I paid for the drink, gang, she's going on a tangent. She's saying whatever the fuck she's saying. Swings her arms around, knocks my drink down, bro. Whole shit just spills on the ground, bro. At the same time, she like drops her phone or her like fucking credit card or wallet or some shit. Another girl straight picks it up. She kind of turns around. I'm like, yo, fuck this. I fucking did the dash on a bitch, gang. I had to get the fuck out of there, bro. It was a messy scene. It was a heated scene, bro. I had to get the fuck out of there, bro. Crazy ass night, bro. I was just chopping it up with everybody, bro. There was a chick at like the front desk, you know, that like kind of takes the money and shit when you entering and everything, bro. Like when the night was kind of dead, I just pulled up to shorty, started chatting it up with her and shit too, gang. Just for the fuck of it, bro. Shorty had like blue hair. I'm like, oh, I love her hair and shit. She getting gas too, right? And then I turned to her. I was like, yo, like there was some bad shit outside, right? So I'm like, fuck, let me go talk to her. I'm talking to her. Should I go talk to her? She's like, go do it, fuck it, right? I'm like, all right. So I head outside, right? As I'm going outside, the bouncer's like, hey. I'm like, oh fuck, what happened, right? He's like, thanks for coming, gang. I was like, what the fuck, right? So I turn to the bouncer. I start talking with the bouncer and shit, right? I'm like, yo, I'm thinking about talking to shorty. You think I should do it? He's like, nah. I'm like, where? Well, why not, right? He's like, bro, it's the end of the night. You a little lit. She probably just trying to go home and shit, right? It's not the moment, gang. It's not the moment. I'm like, I respect that. He put me on game. OG put me on game, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I let it be. I ain't say nothing, right? I took the game and shit. I gave the bouncer my name and everything. You know, I try to like build rapport, bro. Like if we try to like pull up again, right? Maybe he not gonna remember me, bro. But you know, I did my thing, gang. I did my thing. Then I started chopping it up with the bros, some random motherfuckers, right? The bros actually dipped at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like I circled back around a few times, like, you know, chatted up with the bros. But I think they were telling me they were about to leave. I'm like, can I do a quick another round? And it was like, go for it. And then they ended up leaving, and they low-key ain't tell me they left and shit, gang. That is kind of like, what we doing? But I mean, I was okay. They knew I was okay. So I'll give it to them. But you could have called me or something, gang. You could have called me or something, gang. Bro, it was like near the end of the night too, right? Got another drink. I took like 3 sips out the drink. And like, I knew shit, it was hitting a little different. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't hitting right. I'm like, okay, I'm at my limit, gang. I gotta put this one down. So I started going around the motherfuckers and shit. I'm like, hey, you want fucking double rum and coke? Anybody want this shit? You know, motherfuckers like, nah. Then there's one young motherfucker. He's like, fuck yeah, like, give me that shit. He was like, oh, you leaving right now? I'm like, nah, bro, I'm at my limit, gang. You know, and I try to put him on game again, bro. I'm like, bro, remember this shit, bro. Sometimes you got your limit, you gotta put the cup down, gang. Sometimes you gotta put the cup down, bro. You gotta know that shit. You know, he a young motherfucker, bro. Hopefully he'll learn. Or hopefully he doing good, gang. You know, I ain't trying to judge, man. He may be a smart motherfucker, right? Near the end of the night, you know, they kicked everybody out. We go outside. Another Asian shorty, bro. I just, you know, she was smoking a cigarette, bro. I just pull up on her, saying what up and shit. Bro, she had that deep-ass man voice, gang. And she was like, oh, sorry, I'm a little sick or some shit. I don't know what the fuck she said. But I'm like, tight shit. Got the fuck out of there, too, gang. I wasn't risking it, gang. You know what I'm saying? Like, she may be some fucking... You know, some ladyboy type shit. I don't know, gang. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't fucking with it, gang. Another fine little shit, too. Straight got rejected again. But fuck it. It is what it is, right? So I'm just talking with some other motherfuckers, right? And, like, they was getting Ubers and shit. I'm like, fuck, I should get an Uber, right? So I kind of, like, ordered the Uber and everything. And I'm like, I just asked him, like, bro, where it at, though, right? Specifically. Because I'm good. You know, it's late in the night, gang. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to, like, make sure everything locked in. They're like, the Uber gonna be right there, gang. So I start walking on the Uber and shit. And, you know, Uber pulls up, we're getting an Uber, bro. It was like an Uber share, gang. You know what I'm saying? The prices was crazy late night, gang. That shit kind of hurt the pocket. That hurt the whole mood a little bit, gang. But it is what it is, gang. Got that Uber share, save some money and shit. And we was on it, bro. Bro, got in the Uber. My boy Salim, the Uber driver, gang. Salim, my dog, gang. I get in the Uber. We got a shorty on my left, right, little black little shorty and shit, right. I tried to dap her up. She ignored me, gang. But fuck it, right? So I didn't say nothing, right? But we picked up another shorty. She sat in the front and shit. And then I'm just chilling with my boy Salim and shit. Salim playing some like Spanish music and shit, right? He doing his thing. I low key, I'm a little turned. I don't really give a fuck right now. I'm like, yo, Salim, can I play some music, gang? He's like, nah, brother, nah. Or shit like that. I'm like, okay, fine, right? I try, whatever. Then though, low key, Salim straight tossed me his phone. He was like, hey, here, cue it up on a Spotify, whatever. I'm like, shit, my dog, bro. I cue up 3 fucking Dirk songs, bro, straight trench music. I needed that shit at that time, gang. We lit, it's late night. I just need some Dirk, bro. So I cue that shit up, start playing the things. I'm not even like, I low-key wanted to sing to this shit, but I don't want to be respectful of everybody's time, right? I got like, for every song, like whenever like the verse and the chorus will go, I told him to skip it because I didn't want to like play the whole 3 songs the whole time and like fuck up everybody's vibe and shit, right? Like I ain't trying to like hog the vibe or some shit. So then, you know, did that. That was all good. And then another shorty next to me, now she all talkative and shit, right? She's like, hey, can I cue something? She queued up some like Chris Brown song. It was a good song. And bro, Gunna was on the song, right? So I turned to shorty, I'm like, oh, you listen to Gunna and shit? She's like, yeah. I'm like, I don't really listen to Gunna since he snitched and shit, right? She's like, okay. I'm like, fuck. But we don't fuck with Gunna, gang. Remember that shit. We don't fuck with Gunna, bro. So I was kind of like, what are you doing, gang? Don't be playing that gun around me, gang. Bro, after the 2 shorties were dropped off, I was the last one. Salim, bro, he's a real one, bro. He's like, yo, you want to come to the front? Boom. In the front now. And me and Salim just straight chopped it up on life, gang. He a Uber driver. I did Uber delivery for a little bit when we was like jobless and shit, right? So I'm telling him, bro, got real respect for what you be doing out here and shit, gang. You know, he just giving me life advice. I'm telling him about my night, right? I'm telling him like striking out with all these shorties and shit. You know, I'm telling him about my life. You know, we got a job, this, that, I'm gas, blah, blah. Right? He just giving me game. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta learn to listen to the OGs when they giving you game, gang, because that shit rare, right? So he's just telling me, he's like, bro, like, when you meet a shorty, gang, you gotta make sure everything's locked in, bro. Because shorty, she gonna change. Everybody grows, everybody different later on. The shorty you met and, like, you had those good fucking few years before the marriage, right? Then you get married 5 years from that point. It's gonna be different, bro. You know what I'm saying? So he's just trying to let me know. He's like, make sure you really know what you want out of this shit, everything that matters to you, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, damn, bro. Salim really holding it down, bro. He put on like I'm on one. We jammed out to that shit. Then he gave me the aux again. I put on some bit more Dirk, gang. I had to put some Dirk on, gang. But it was a good vibe, bro. Drop me off, bro. Like, it's good dude, man. I tipped that motherfucker well, gang. For somebody like I said, bro, I don't even do that often, right? But I feel like I do pretty well in like social situations, and I feel like ultimately I enjoy kind of like communicating with people, talking to people and shit, seeing what's going on with people, right? And you know, it was a good vibe, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, overall, it was a good experience in general. Hella bad shit everywhere, gang. Like, fuck, bro. Low-key, may I hit the club again, gang. And we gonna have more stories to tell, brody. Crazy night, good vibes. Enjoy myself, gang. You know, you know, one thing I told motherfuckers, like, throughout the whole night, bro, like, when I be leaving them and shit, especially the bros, like, I was like, hey, enjoy your life, gang. You know what I'm saying? Dap them up and dip, bro. That's my new shit, gang. Enjoy your life, gang. Enjoy your life, motherfucker. This was one of those moments where I just felt like, damn, like life really be a series of fleeting moments. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, man, dope night, dope vibes. Feel like I learned a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, getting out your comfort zone, being in these types of situations, getting that practicing, bro. You can learn a lot, gang. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I learned a lot about my limits. I feel like I learned that like I could do it on my own, gang. Not to say that like I'd want to go to the club like by myself and shit. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like that is always one of those things. You know how they say like in life, like, you know, sometimes you gotta go to a restaurant by yourself, sometimes you gotta go watch a movie by yourself or some shit, right? And I've done both of those, gang. I got you know, food by myself, I got one of the movies by myself, different shit, right? And now I feel like I just went to the club by myself too, right? Because I was on my own like the whole night, gang. Like, that was all that shit, that was my journey, gang. I don't even know where the boys were, bro, to be honest with you, gang. But fun, bro. Like, that was dope, bro. You know what I mean? And I feel like when you're out there like on your own, you really just, you know, you dictate the night however you want to spend it, right? Like, I was on the dance floor when I wanted to be on the dance floor. I was chopping it up with motherfuckers here, chopping it with motherfuckers over there, right? Talking to some fine shit, talking to the bros, right? It was dope, bro. Also a humbling experience, gang. Like I said, bro, we got no shots off, gang. Or I mean, we got hella shots off, but nothing went in, gang. You know what I'm saying? But I guess that shit happens, gang. That's part of the game. We just gotta keep it pushing, gang. All right, that's gonna wrap up my little story time, gang. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope everybody take care of themselves. It's been your boy HDTV. Peace.